second chapter. Don't normally preach the same message, but I'm trying something new. I'm also staying consistent with what Pastor did, so y'all can go home and know a different story. Amen. Exodus chapter 2, verses 1 through 4. I'm reading from the New Living Translation. And we find these words. About this time, a man and woman from the tribe of Levi got married. The woman became pregnant and gave birth to a son. She saw that he was a special baby and kept him hidden for 3 months. But when she could no longer hide him, she got a basket made of papyrus reeds and waterproofed it with tar and pitch. She put the baby in the basket and laid it among the reeds along the bank of the Nile River. The baby's sister then stood at a distance, watching to see what would happen to him. You may be seated. Looking back at verse 3. When she could no longer hide him, she got a basket made of papyrus reeds and waterproofed it with tar and pitch. She put the baby in the basket and laid it among the reeds along the bank of the Nile River. I want to talk from the thought. A symbol of life, a place of death, child preserved. A symbol of life, a place of death, child preserved. A symbol is a mark or character used as a conventional representation of an object, function, or process. One author suggests that symbols are miracles we have recorded into language. And I think it's safe to assume that all of us can identify with various symbols that have been recorded into language. For instance, the language of the red, yellow, and green light is a miracle. The language of a male and female sign on a door is a miracle. The language of a heart is a miracle. The language of a direct deposit, a paper check, or even cash is a miracle. Anybody broke? Need a little extra fun? The language of the red light at Krispy Kreme Donuts is a miracle. But the language of the cross is our greatest miracle.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Symbols are miracles we have recorded into language. In our text, we are told that about this time, a man and woman from the tribe of Levi got married. Mm-hmm. I'll do the best I can, sir. Scripture tells us the woman became pregnant and gave birth to a son. The mother noticed something remarkably special about her baby before a name is even mentioned. And she hides him for 3 months. Initially, if you did not read the previous chapter, you may rather be wondering why this mother hid her baby. In chapter 1, we learned that there was a new Pharaoh on the throne that did not know Joseph, neither the God of the Hebrews. In our society, we have the annals of history that contains our nation's leaders. But for whatever reason, this Pharaoh did not know the late Hebrew governor of Egypt. What he he did know was that a minority that appeared larger than the Egyptians occupied Egypt.
Yeah.
And because they were great in number, the king feared that the Israelites would join forces with Egypt's enemies. So to overcome his personal insecurities and his inability to be an effective bridge builder of a leader, he enslaves the Israelites. At this point, the Israelites lost their power and have become an oppressed people. But might I encourage us today that there's good news?
Yes.
The good news is that the more they were oppressed, the Bible says the more they multiply.
Yes.
Yes.
There was a famous comedian by the name of Robin Harris who was responsible for the comic Bebe's Kid.
All right.
Robin Harris put it like this: we don't die.
We multiply.
There y'all know. Bible says, for where there are two or three gathered together in my name,
Yeah.
there I am in the midst of them. Doesn't matter what Satan tries to do to me. God is yet trying to do something for me.
Yes.
Brothers and sisters, it doesn't matter what you're going through. The enemy doesn't have the power to take you out. And if he thinks he's got you in a corner, God knows how to pull you out
Amen.
with the power to overcome the enemy's schemes. Now understand that they were oppressed because the Pharaoh in power did not know Joseph, and he saw the multiplication of the Israelites as a threat
Right.
to the Egyptians. Now, not knowing Joseph does not mean that he had not heard about Joseph. What it does mean is that he did not care about what Joseph had done to save Egypt from the famine, or the commitments that the Pharaoh of Joseph's time made to Joseph and his father's house. These are three beautiful points to take note of. First point I wish to raise from this is that we have patriarchs and matriarchs in our history that God anointed to fight and overcome the struggles of their day, so that those of us coming behind them would not have to endure the same struggles.
Right.
Yet we have a generation that does not know and may not even care to learn about the sacrifices of those who have come before us. Secondly, we have seen the attitude of this Pharaoh for years in our own government, in the legislative, judicial, and executive branch. Instead of building upon the legacy of the former administration, we rather use energy spent to undo what the former administration has done. Therefore, causing young people to be separated from their mothers and their fathers. Therefore, causing our young black men to be assaulted and killed by law enforcement. Therefore, our schools are being invaded by terrorists, killing our teachers and our young people. I said they were oppressed. Thirdly, too often our treatment of others is based upon who their key relatives are, rather than on their value as an individual. Might I tell us today that these attitudes result in nepotism, in addition to other vices? Now, it's common to look at other people and assume they pose a threat to us, even though they don't. And if we feel threatened, we seek out ways to reduce the threat. But allow me to say that it doesn't matter whether you're Hebrew or Egyptian, Jew or Gentile, bond or free, black or white. We are all made in the image of God and His likeness. And that should be the principle that governs how each individual or group is treated. Just as it is equally important to know about the sacrifices that were made by those who have come before us.
Say it.
The Bible says Pharaoh oppressed them, but they multiplied. Well, his first strategy didn't go as planned. So he orders 2 Hebrew midwives to watch their fellow sisters as they deliver. The order was if a female child is born, the baby could live. But if it was a male child, the baby had to die. Here the enemy makes another attempt to internally
Right.
oppress the people of Israel. However, God intervenes. The text tells us that the midwives feared God and did not do as the king commanded. Rather, they saved the male children by telling Pharaoh that our women are not like your women. Yeah, we're more vigorous. And they're having babies faster than we can get to them for delivery. Yeah. Can't you imagine Pharaoh wasn't in the best of mood, seeing how nothing came of his second attempt? Yet God rewarded the midwives with families of their own.
Right.
Watch this. Because they chose to obey him.
Yep.
You may be in a compromising situation that challenges your commitment to God. I want to encourage you to remain faithful to God and watch God. Be faithful to Jesus.
Amen.
Come on, put your hands together and give God praise. Pharaoh makes one final attempt to destroy the male Hebrew children, and it was no longer the responsibility alone of the midwives, but now all the Egyptians had been given the order to kill a male child if he was born. To all the brothers under the sound of my voice this afternoon, there's an important lesson here. Notice that while Pharaoh was given the order to kill all the newborn Hebrew males, it wasn't a male that was undoing the king's order.
Right.
I let them marinate. God used women who were considered as low and despised in the eyes of the oppressor as instruments to shame and overthrow the arrogant and the strong to preserve the seed for the deliverance of his people.
Right, yeah.
All our brothers, we need to swallow our pride, put aside our differences, and work together with one another without the perception that this brother is a threat to what I've been put in charge of. Because while we're acting crazy, like we ain't got no sense in the world, God has raised up the women in our lives to overthrow the arrogance and the ignorance in order to preserve the seed for the future of his people. Church that I come from, I used to sit in the business administrator's office a lot. And she'd tell me about her husband and about myself and the relationships I was in. She's like, you know something about y'all men? Y'all just stupid. Why we acting crazy? God got some women holding it down. Man, y'all give God praise for these women out here that's been holding it down. Egyptians to throw every newborn Hebrew boy into
The Nile River.
the Nile River. The Nile River. A major north-flowing body of water in northeastern Africa, and is commonly regarded as the longest river in the world.
Right.
The Nile River, the primary water source of Egypt at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Along its banks were fruit trees and large reeds called papyrus grew wild, and fish swam in abundance. The Nile River flooded for about 6 months at the same time each year, and as the river receded, it deposited a rich brown layer of silt that was suitable for growing wheat, beans, barley, and even cotton. Farmers would dig short canals leading to the fields near the Nile because it provided fresh water for year-round irrigation. They discovered that planting after a flood yielded harvest before the next year's flood. Here we are introduced to Egypt's symbol, its source of life, and that which brought forth life to the land. Pharaoh now orders it to be a place of death. Y'all following my tag there?
Yeah.
All of us are somebody's child. And some of you have children of your own. And as much as a parent wants to protect and give shelter to their child, life dictates that we all have to be thrown into the Nile River. Nile River, a river that is hoped not to be too hard on us. The Nile River, a river where we ought to be able to be all that we can be. The Nile River, a river of injustices to some, and a river of privilege to others. I'm talking about the Nile River right outside these walls. All of us have been thrown into the Nile River. But God, who is infinite in wisdom, divine in his plan, always has preservation in mind for them that are his.
Amen. Amen.
Yes, he does. Yeah.
Brothers and sisters, it doesn't matter if you're high or if you're low. God knows how to pull you down or pick you up to preserve you. Do I have a witness in here?
Amen.
Can I turn the corner and go cozy for a minute? Yeah, the late Bishop Chandler David Owens, presiding bishop of the Church of God in Christ, quoted Psalm 16:1, where David said to the Lord, "Preserve me, O God, for in you I put my trust." Bishop Owens then went on to explain the process of preserving by saying anything you preserve from the tree, you either got to pull it down, or if it's gotten ripe and fallen from the tree, you got to pick it up.
Right.
Now watch this, because if the fruit was pulled down or picked up, it's got to go through the same process.
Yeah. Yeah.
It don't matter if you got money, if you don't.
Right.
All of us got to go through the same thing. Yeah. What's the process, preacher? We got to be peeled.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
And after we're peeled, we got to be split open. And after we're split open, that old ugly core got to be taken out.
Take it out.
And after the core is removed, you got to be cut into pieces.
Yep.
And once you're cut into pieces, you got to be placed in the pot. And when you're placed in the pot, sugar is placed on you. Fire is placed under you.
Yeah.
And the fire under you will draw the sugar in you.
Yep.
And then you're preserved.
Yes.
Do I have a witness in here?
Amen.
down. God knows how to pull you down and pick you up.
Right.
To preserve you for a special time.
Amen.
Stop that.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Thus far, in our exploration, Pharaoh launched 3 strategic attempts to destroy the newborn Hebrew male while keeping the female children alive.
Right.
Ironically, as I come to a close, Scripture presents a powerful cross-cultural and intergenerational alliance of 3 women. Moses' Hebrew mother, Moses' Hebrew sister, and Pharaoh's Egyptian daughter,
Yeah.
who disobeys Pharaoh by rescuing baby Moses.
Yeah.
Exodus 2 says about this time, a man and a woman from the tribe of Levi, the priestly tribe, got married and gave birth to a son. The mother immediately notices something special about the child and does not want her baby to succumb to the political maneuvers instituted by Pharaoh. So she hides the baby for 3 months. And when she could no longer hide him, she went down to the banks of the Nile, the symbol of life, which is now the place of death. Can't you hear her praying for her son? While she places him in a basket made up of the very things that come from and around the Nile River. I don't know about you, but I see a mother who preserved the life of her son
Yes.
through God's sovereign provision.
Amen.
Why don't you look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, there's life
There's life
in the midst of what others
in the midst of what
have deemed a dead situation.
have deemed a dead situation.
Yes. Yes. That's right.
With regard to the canon of sacred scripture, Paul wrote in Romans 15:4, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. The book of Exodus serves as a prequel to the unfolding theme of salvation in the Bible. This particular book gets its name from 2 Greek words that mean out and way. Not only does Exodus tell the story of redemption by blood and by power, it also tells us about a way out.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what you're going through. God always provides
Yes, He does.
a way out.
Amen. Amen.
Yes. Yes, He does. Yes.
The message of Exodus, stated in Hebrews chapter 11. It was by faith that Moses' parents hid him for 3 months when he was born. They saw that God had given them an unusual child, and they were not afraid to disobey the king's command. It was by faith that Moses, when he grew up, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. He chose to share the oppression of God's people instead of enjoying the fleeting pleasures of sin. He thought it was better to suffer for the sake of Christ than to own the treasures of Egypt.
Right.
For he was looking ahead to his great reward. I said it was by faith
Oh, yes.
that Moses left the land of Egypt, not fearing the king's anger. He kept right on going because he kept his eyes on the one who is invincible. It was by faith that Moses commanded the people of Israel to keep the Passover and to sprinkle blood on the doorposts so that the angel of death would not kill their firstborn sons.
Yes. Yes.
It was by faith that the people of Israel went through the Red Sea
Yeah.
as though they were on dry ground. But when the Egyptians tried to follow, the Bible says that they were all drowned.
Yeah.
It's evident from these verses that Moses was destined to deliver his people. And God fixed it so that Moses would spend 40 years in Pharaoh's palace in Egypt. My brothers and sisters, as I go to my seat, when God has a purpose for your life,
Yeah.
there's not a demon in hell
No.
that can stop God from doing what he said he'll do.
That's right. That's right.
I'm reminded of him that penned these words. My hope is built on nothing less
Yeah.
than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I cannot trust the sweetest friend, holding me up. Jesus' name.
Yes.
On Christ,
The solid rock.
solid rock I stand. All of the ground is sinking sand. All of the ground is sinking sand. I said all of the ground is sinking sand.
Yeah.
I didn't let y'all catch up. All of the ground is sinking sand. It doesn't matter what you're going through. When you're preserved, he that dwell in the secret place of the Most High God shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Matthew says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness.
Yeah.
All these things shall be added unto you. When you're preserved, Paul says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared to the glory which shall be revealed in us.
Amen.
When you're preserved, no weapon formed against you shall be able to prosper.
Yeah.
And every tongue that rises up against you in the judgment you shall condemn. When you're preserved, you can say like Job,
Yeah.
though he slay me,
Yeah.
yet will I trust him. When you're preserved, you're reminded like Paul, you'll be confident in this very thing,
Yes.
that he which hath begun a good work will perform it until the day of Jesus.
Yes.
When you're preserved, God will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee. When you're preserved, you can look back at Daniel, when Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were thrown into the fiery furnace, and those that threw them in were burned up by the flames, and Nebuchadnezzar is sitting on his throne, looking in the fire, said, I thought I threw in three.
Okay.
But I see four.
Yeah.
Jumps up out of his chair. Come here, Shadrach. Come here, Meshach. Come here, Abednego.
Yeah.
When you go through the